Good evening, everyone. So, tonight is my first late night kindness with the new setup. I've got the game in full over here, and then all the lovely OBS information over here. The camera's kind of in between, so is the mic. Hopefully that will work out. Oh, and importantly, because I knew today was a late night kindness day, I could actually plan appropriately apparel-wise. This is my kind words shirt. It says, "Be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." And I got this before Boomtown set it on Letterkenny, so, you know. Anyway, alright, let's see what's been going on in the world of kind words. Someone sends their thanks for the letter I wrote and sent me another sticker. That's cool. Captain Astronaut one, Jazzerfish. Oh, I'm getting quite a few here. This is good. I'm glad people like the letters I wrote last time. Okay, didn't get one of the new ones though, but that's okay. I only have a few left to get, I think. Hang on. Wow. That's all the better. How can I have so much hair and so little hair at the same time? It's very frustrating. But anyway, if I go to decorate here, so I'm good on set 1, and set 2, and set 3. I have 1 left on set 4, and 1 left on set 5. That's pretty good. That's a lot of options. I like it. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna get interesting. Here we go. Nostalgia's killing me. A lot of the time, it physically hurts to reminisce on when I was a dumb little kid in middle school. Songs, YouTube vids, old friends. I feel like I wasted my childhood. I suffer from depression, and I guess this is my terrible way of coping. Nothing in my life makes me feel happy anymore. Let's see here. so far what I've got is, for what it's worth, if you can still vividly recall being a dumb little kid in middle school, Lord knows I was. You're probably still pretty young. Someday, if you can manage your depression, hopefully through professional help, you'll be able to look back on where you are now and think of how glad you are to have made it through. Youth is wasted on the young, so don't dwell too much on that. Better to try to get as much as you can out of the age you are now. Because, man, let me tell you, nobody wishes they could go back to middle school. Like, sometimes in our moments of weakness, we think about going back to college or maybe even high school. But middle school? You couldn't pay me to go back. And you certainly couldn't pay me to experience it now. What a nightmare. Ugh. Anyway. Okay. This one's a nice one, but it's kind of a freebie. I hope things are going well for you, and if there's anything you need to vent about, feel free to talk about it here. I love you, and don't forget someone out there cares about you. That's very sweet. I'm good, though. Oh, geez. I need to buy a new car because of a recent auto accident. I was hit, and my car is considered a total loss, as in it was totaled. Yep. I've been slacking because I have no idea what I'm doing, and not many people I can turn to. I feel so utterly lost. There used to be a resource. Oh, man, there was this class that somebody I knew had, and it was like how to buy a car. It was basically an adult education center type thing, but virtually. Gosh, there's a lot to. It's whew. This is the guy who has not yet shopped for a car, so I don't know. Okay, yeah, so this one may be a little bit too much about me and not them, but oh, hello! Hanapengu has entered the chat. Hello there. Good to see you. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna move slightly so that more of my shirt gets in the shot if I can. Hang on. Boop. No. Okay, so you can see it, but you can't see my face at the same time, which is unfortunate. But, yes. Maybe I can get it so at least you can see the... No, you can't even see the be kind. Alas. It's a waste. What can you do? Oh, hey, but speaking of people who bought their cars through Enterprise, this is my thing about car advice here that I am telling this person. They're having trouble because they recently got in a car accident. Their car was totaled. They're looking for an idea of what to do about it. So, I didn't have much advice because I've not actually bought my own car yet. So I was telling them, look into a place like Enterprise. They might have a good program in mind for you. Oh, wait. Car robot guy. Definitely. Oh, they did Hertz. Okay. Somebody did Enterprise. I'll add Hertz and Enterprise. There we go. Very good. Okay. Oh, I'm really going to miss the neighbor kids. I've known one of them since the day she was born and babysat for their family as long as I can remember. They're moving to the U.S. The kids are so sweet, and I just hope they have good influences there. Aww. All right. Well, I'm going to read the message out loud, and I usually do. So I will start by reading theirs, and then I will read my response. It's just hard. It's hard to say it as I'm typing it because thinking is weird like that. So yes. So the original message. I'm really gonna miss the neighbor kids. I've known one of them since the day she was born and babysat for their family as long as I can remember. They're moving to the U.S. The kids are so sweet, and I just hope they have good influences there. Frowny face. Oh, frowny face. Oh. Anyway, I'm sure they will miss you too. Good babysitters are worth their weight in gold, and it sounds like you were great. The U.S. is a very mixed bag when it comes to influences, but I hope we can provide some good ones for them here. Since Hana Pengu is in the chat, we give a Pengu sticker. It's only right. Oh no. To my mom, I'm sorry I didn't meet your expectations. I'm gonna leave that for other moms to comment on. Oh, that one is in Spanish, and I don't feel comfortable doing that one well enough. Wow, yeah, that's a face, all right. Yeah. Oh shoot, hang on a second. Just a moment. Here we go. Song from Steven Universe Supplies. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know I had a BRB scene? Hang on, let me demo it. There we go. But yeah, oh, that's a good one. Oh, change your mind. That's a good one. I was trying to think of the episode where Steven and his dad have the fight, the Mr. Universe episode, but that one's very good as well. So, okay, so this is about as good as I was going to. Yeah. Oh, for the one I skipped. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Delay, you know. All right, so this is a person who is having a lot of trouble because their dad gets anxious and stressed, and that stress bleeds over onto the writer of this note, and he always has some sort of criticism. He says he gets so frustrated with me, and when he tells me this stuff, it always gets so mean. It gets into my head, and I don't do anything. So I'm assuming good faith and just bad communication on part of the dad. If it's in bad faith, I can't really do much. But the thing I was saying was one of the sad realizations we have as we get older is that our parents are flawed people just like everybody else. And sometimes the best that you can do is to talk to them and let them know how what they're saying is affecting you. Hopefully your dad can be more mindful of the difference between what he intends and how it impacts you, and you two can get to a better understanding. Alright, what says familial understanding? Is there one that does? Oh, that says anxiety and stress, and I adore it. So here we go. Oh, I'm sorry that that's... Yeah. I am both sorry that that is how your dad is, and also I'm glad to hear it is not in bad faith, at least. So... Alright. Oh, this is an interesting one. How does one know when they're in love? Do people experience it differently? Does anyone believe in soulmates? or if people may be fated to each other. Yeah, how do you know when your love is a huge question in the A-spec world? Oh gosh, I imagine so. So this is kind of what I got. We're going to see how this goes. Oh, I like this one. Hang on. So Hana Pengu responds that I've generally always gone with something like this person kind of just gives you a warm, happy glow to be around, but more than anyone else does, sort of. I don't know. Yes, Hana being Demiro anyway. So my response is, I've been in love a few times now, and not only is it different for each person, it's different for each relationship. The world is a very big place, though, and I think that people are more compatible than just one match per person in the 7+ billion population. But in general, a lot of it comes down to a real feeling of comfort and connection with a person. The two of you don't have to be exactly alike, but you're on the same wavelength, and that kind of emotional harmony is really special. So that's what I got. I could probably expound upon it at length for hours and hours, but this is where we are. I will give Anne Mitten, implying it being part of a pair. Okay. Someone who is young and in college, as opposed to the other person before who looks back on their middle school days when they were young and stupid. And I was like, are you a high schooler? Who else looks back on their middle school days? Anyway. So this person is a senior in college. They feel so behind in life because they haven't been able to focus on having a job while doing college full time. Feel inadequate to the people who are important. Does anyone have advice on how to get your life and independence together? Whew. Well, I mean, my advice might be out of date because it was a couple years ago now. No. Yes, Hana Pengu may be, in fact, too sensitive a soul for this game in some ways. Yeah, it's okay to finish college and then focus on job searching personally. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know everybody's situation, right? So sometimes you got bills. You know, bills are coming due whether you've got a job already or not. But let's see here. Don't need to put a huge amount of focus, just enough to find something to pay the bills. And then once you're not also worrying about school stuff, you can find something better. Yes, but different people prioritize differently, of course. Yes. So I'm going to give the one piece of advice that was probably the best. Honda Penga, you know, I can get you a copy of this game. It's very affordable. We can have you be able to play it whenever you want. You can even answer the same questions if it randomly sends them to you, you know. But anyway, so I'm going to read my response now, which is, for what it's worth, I didn't work much in college either, and certainly not toward a career. But the good news is you're not doomed. You still have time to look for things and to find something that will both engage you and pay the bills. It often takes a lot of networking. Opportunities often come from people in places you wouldn't expect. So keep making new contacts and engaging with the contacts you have, 1 per day minimum. The 1 per day minimum thing was, so my business and marketing teacher in high school, Mr. Throne, he had a either former colleague or ex-student or something like that, a guy by the name of Lenny Herrick. And he would always say, Lenny Herrick, back in the pre-internet days, Lenny Herrick had a Rolodex on his desk, and he made a point out of reaching out to at least one contact on his Rolodex every day, without fail. Like, just, what's it called? Like, you know, rain or shine, every day except Sundays, probably, I'm assuming, because you don't want to bug people on their day off unless you know them very well. But certainly every work day, he was reaching out to another contact. And it wasn't even necessarily to do with his job. He was just reaching out to people he knew and talking to them and all of that. And he said it made such a huge difference because, like, it's one thing to build up a huge list of contacts, but it's another to keep them refreshed. So that's the advice I have. Oh. Good old Mr. Throne. Taught me a lot. Almost went into marketing because of him. I'll send the coffee. Yeah, I can give advice even if I don't take it. Oh, hey, we got a follow-up. Unprecedented. This is to anyone who responded to me about not meeting my mom's expectations. I'd really like to say thank you for your extremely kind words. I really didn't expect to be crying currently, but it's just nice to hear that someone is proud of me. I love you guys. That's nice. Oh dear. Oh. I think my friend group is kind of falling apart. Nobody is really talking anymore, and they seem to have so much animosity towards one another. I tried reaching out, but only half have communicated back. I don't know. I miss hanging out. Friend, how many of us have been there? How many of us have been there? Oof. Yeah, let's send to the friend ship. Har har. Okay. So, to recap, I think my friend group is kind of falling apart. Nobody is really talking anymore, and they seem to have so much animosity towards one another. I've tried reaching out, but only half have communicated back. I don't know. I miss hanging out. My response to this is that you're already doing the right thing by reaching out to the people you care about, and I'm glad you had the emotional courage to do so. Even if this friend group doesn't go back to the way it was, but it might, or it might come back better with new friends in the future, it's important to let all your friends know that you care about them. That transcends groups. So, I mean, like, you can't force people back together. You can't parent trap anybody into that. It's just how it goes. So, sorry, just a second. Here we go. Aw. This is going to be a heartbreaking one. I wish I could start my life over as a guy. I wish I could be a cis male. I feel like it would have been so much easier instead of my parents arguing with me saying it's impossible. Me then bottling up feelings and then feeling like a mistake, like I was born wrong. Aw. Aw. Hanapengo, I'm sorry you had to learn the lesson about friend groups the hard way in high school. Okay. Hanapengo was saying that she likes my responses and that this is a sweet game and thing to exist, and that she feels like I'm very good at. So that's nice. We'll see. I may be sticking my foot in my mouth here, but so to this person who is struggling with their not just kind of dysphoria, but also stigma of being told that they were, mistaken about their gender and all of that. I'm saying, I'm sorry you've been made to feel like you were born wrong, but I hope you can forgive yourself for thinking that way. How you were born has little to do with the person you've become, and you should get to decide for yourself which gender, or multiple, or none, applies to you. Because it's all a social construct anyway, and what's the point of social constructs if we don't get to construct the ones we want? stinger on that one is nobody knows who you are better than you, not even your parents. Oh, yes. Forgive yourself. Well, I'm trying to say that, like... okay, yeah, no, that is awkward phrasing, but I'm trying to get back to, like... alright. I think I know I can say instead. Hang on. There we go. That's better. I like this better. I'm sorry you've been made to feel like you were born wrong, but I hope you can recognize that there's no such thing. Yes. How you were born has little to do with the person. You see, that ties it in better, I feel. Yay! Approval. Hooray. Okay. I'm going to go with the lemonade because it's a fluid, and gender can also be fluid. Also, it's yellow, which is not explicitly gendered in either direction. That's my theory. That's why I think this is a good one to use. Hey, Hannah, thank you for the feedback. I saw this one, I was just like, I'm going to be moving into territory that I'm not sure about, so somebody checking me on it is very good. By the way, gender fluid should really be a Munchkin card if it isn't already. Okay. I have many times asked about a situation where I want to re-apologize to a friend. Okay. I've gotten advice between you can do it and it's best not to, and so I'm stuck. I want to respect her wishes above all, but I still want to approach her and I'm just stuck. This one, maybe they may have to take it to somebody who can get more info. I've been stress puffing on cigarettes even though I never smoke and I am disgusted with myself. I'm not coping with life in a very healthy way at the moment. It's all just a bit overwhelming. Well. Oh, hey, yeah, the pronouns command. That's a good idea. Mod, you are empowered to do so. Go ahead and add that in. Let's see here. Oh no, and then their computer died. Oh no. Poor Lappy. There was not a cold turkey. Who's a huggable fellow, though? The Yeti is very huggable. I will send a hugging Yeti. Here we go. Okay. So my message is, and I'm super qualified for this, having literally never smoked a cigarette in my life. And the closest I came was I held the cigar in my mouth for like 10 minutes and hated it. It was unlit. But anyway, smoking is a tricky thing because it acts as a psychological comfort while physically doing the exact opposite to you. It's not something you should be disgusted with yourself over, but it's an incredibly hard addiction or habit to kick without a lot of help. When you're ready, and that might mean when whatever's overwhelming you now is a little less daunting, please reach out to the people in your life who can help you do what you need to do to focus on quitting. That's the best advice I can give for that. Oh, this person wrote a post about a music video they created for a band, and they just want to say thanks to the amazing writers they got back. This community is awesome. Good. Wow, I thought I had already read this one. Whew. And I hadn't. Another college person. Last semester, I really burned myself out to the point I was exhausted all the time and having nightmares about school. Oh, those don't go away for a long while. Oh, wait, okay. I didn't realize that that your sister has been able to quit. That's great. Good for her. I'm glad. But anyway, so this person having school nightmares. Only 2 weeks into the new semester can feel it happening again. Try to tell myself it's just a few more months, but it's miserable. Ugh. Ooh, I heard a noise. What's up? Oh, hey. Let's see here. So yeah, she does vape, but understanding way less bad for you than actually cigarettes. Well, yes and no. I mean, well, yeah, especially as a tool for otherwise quitting. It's a step in the right direction. I have another friend who used to smoke and now vapes, and it's one of those things where I was just like, well, I mean, like, I still don't think you should, but it's better than before. So, yeah, that's its own conversation. It's fine as a step in the right direction, but as long as it doesn't become the last step and then you just sit comfortably on that step. But yeah, anyway. Right. So this one's a tricky one because of personal experience. So yeah. So this person, again, having exhaustion and burnout having to do with school, only 2 weeks into the semester and they can already feel it starting. On the one hand, some of those school anxiety nightmares stick around for a long time. I had them for many years after graduating. But sometimes you can get through it, but burnout is definitely a real thing. And my partner ended up having to leave school because of it. So do what you can to manage your stress and don't try to dismiss it like it's nothing. Hopefully you'll be able to do what's right for you. And don't be afraid to seek out help. Gotta add that one in. Since there's burnout involved, I'm sending this burning dude. Alright. Hey, look at these commands being added here. Very good. Looks good. Well done, Chief Mod. Alright. Gonna send this one out. Hey, 27 years old and has depression and ADHD. This is sounding like some people I know in life. My life is so difficult for me and feeling lost and alone. I did something stupid today. I caught myself. I don't know why. Well. Okay, hang on. I will send button. Here we go. It's just the rubber band method. Direct to first safer alternative. I noticed I heard drawing is another big one for a lot of people. Under the knife by icon for hire. Interesting. Those are the two that I remember the name of. Let's see here. Yeah. Genuinely suggest therapy if not already, of course. Absolutely. And those are the two resources that I can think of, but I mean, obviously. So the game has things built in where you can go to look for stuff like that. Actually, it's very cool. And that's where I ended up recommending a lot of people, because it turns out mental health professionals are really good at what they do a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And they have access to resources that you and I don't. So, yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah, I should read this aloud. I'm sorry that you're feeling lost and alone, but you're not an idiot. You've got a lot on your mind right now, and you're looking for ways to cope. My friends with depression and ADHD really struggled a lot in the days before they got diagnosed and into treatment, and I hope that you can get some professional help as well, even for only one session, or even through an app like BetterHelp or Unmute. So, that's what I got. Is true. Hey, that's good advice, but it's nothing for me to respond to. It says, it is okay to be on your own for a while, whether that's a day, a week, a month, a year, or more. Take the time to explore your life, to learn to love yourself, or love yourself again. Rebuild as needed. Good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's see about this one. Sometimes my thoughts are so poorly misunderstood or complex that I feel hopeless to be capable of understanding and explaining them within a reasonable amount of time. Often I've had to spend quite a while figuring them out. Any recommendations on doing it quickly? Whew. I mean, yes, I could respond to say thank you for sharing good advice, but they do cap how many responses people get. So I tend not to respond unless I think I've got something specific that I can contribute. So that is what it is, you know. This one, I don't know. Yeah, I think you get like something like 6 or 7 responses at most for a given post. Unless they change that, I don't know. Because that's how they have to manage it, because, you know, there's so many people. And I think they will send it out to more, and then just, you know, the first 6 or 7 responses they get, and then they close it. I don't have a recommendation for this one. It's not an area I know anything about. Gotta move on. Another one that is not in English. Could be Spanish, could be Portuguese, not sure. This one looks like it's a response to one. Okay. Can anybody encourage a deer? It is a sad, lonely deer. Here we go. It's a little generic, but they didn't give me a lot to go on, so. What's a good cheer up one that I like a lot? I will send Cookie. Cookie is good. Everybody loves a cookie. So yes, so can anybody encourage a deer? It is a sad, lonely deer. Buck up, little buck or doe. You're taking the time to reflect on how you feel and reaching out to people for help. Those are important steps toward feeling better, and you've already got 2 of them done. You're on your way. Unfortunately, I can't help you much more than just cheering you on, but imagine all of us readers waving pom-poms for you. You're going to get through this. That's what I got. Oh wow. Okay, so there's a song that is appropriately inappropriate for this by a ska band that I used to listen to called the Taj Motel Trio. The song was called Myself, and the chorus was I'm not afraid of being crazy, I'm not afraid of acting cool. The only thing I've ever been afraid to do is be myself when I'm with you. This is kind of that. The person is saying, the more time I spend with my partner, the less I am myself. I'm turning into someone annoying and inexistent. I was far from being good, but I kind of miss my old self. What can I do to go back to that time? I mean... So yeah, so I'm saying to this that I've been there, friend, and it's no fun. I recommend taking some time to figure out the differences between how you are with your partner versus how you are when you're not, and talk to your partner about how they feel about those behaviors. Sometimes the other person doesn't even want you to act in a different way around them, and it's an unfortunate misunderstanding. More likely there will be some common ground that you can find, though. I've been there. I've been a different person when dating other people. And, yeah, you know, you don't always mean for it to happen that way. You just kind of wake up and it's been that. Sometimes you mean for it to happen, and it's unfortunate too. And sometimes it happens when you're responding to something you perceive that way, and it's not actually that way. And then you talk to them about it, and they're like, "Why are you doing that? That's silly." So that's my reasoning on that. We'll send a little waving friend here instead. That's the nicer version. Hopefully that's what's going on for them. Yeah, I agree. All right. Getting into this relationship made me lose a part of my old self. Oh, we're already hitting similar territory. I also feel like my partner took away a part of my innocence. I am reassuring myself, telling I'm going to commit here so it's not wasted, but I really like to be my old self again at least one more time. Yeah. Yes, red flag, red flag, red flag. Fair enough. Okay, so this is one of the more dire ones. So I'm saying, what is it about your old self that is different from the way you feel now? It's worth it to take the time to really examine how your life has changed since being with this person and whether or not it's actually for the better. Don't let the idea of commitment lock you into a relationship that's bad for your emotional well-being. If you reflect and it really seems fine, great. If not, you'll only regret it more later if you ignore your instincts and try to stay. That's how you say get out. Get out! Okay. I see we're starting to cycle back around here. Yeah, I think that might be it for this round. So I will back out of the thing and then I will call it at night. And yeah, hopefully that'll be pretty good. Let's see. Oh, we got thanks for one already. That's nice. Thanks for the letter wrote. Another happy sticker. That's nice. Oh, we got a few already. Another Goji sticker. Cool. All right, let's go check the decorations out. What's this dude's name? Drooper? Kitten Plunk. Winged kittens. Why are they not a thing? I love it. Oh, it's Elegy. Relic from a Long Dead Planet. So this is for the game that I am too much of a coward to play, but I'm really interested in playing. So the developer, Pop Cannibal, the developers of Kind Words, it's their second game. Their first game is a game called Elegy for a Dead World. And it is a sci-fi fantasy kind of exploration game, but really what that is just kind of an excuse to be able to show these gorgeous visual prompts. And then the actual gameplay consists, much in the same way that this consists of nice words, it's of writing poems and other kind of verse things, and then putting them out into the world for the community to be able to read. So all of the different vistas that you see are kind of just there to help inspire you to write something interesting and send it out. And they discovered that a lot of people loved the idea but weren't necessarily poetically inclined. So they were like, well, let's take that layer out, and they made kind words. So someday I'll play that. Maybe not on stream because I am no poet. So. The other rooms. That was the one with the big Yeti. Giant and cuddly. Look at this. Look at this big boy. Hedgie. A little shy, but still nice. Wibble wibble. Bunny. Hoppity hop. Oh. A+ on the cute animals. That's another Goji sticker. And a balloon sticker. That's nice. And another balloon sticker. Wow. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to get ready to head out. Oh, hello. Yes. Oh, I see that Tapal is also joining us. Hello. That's fine. Yes, I didn't announce that I was streaming this. I kind of just did it because I didn't have time, and because this isn't really one of the ones that I'm. Come on, go read, watch me be nice to people. It's exciting. And, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. So it's been good. It's been a good round. We got a lot of good messages. It's very good. But I've gone through, and they're starting to cycle back through. But I'll grab a paper airplane before I go. You're doing great, says the paper airplane. Bless. All right. So I'll call it here. Feels and goodness in the world. Yeah, that's what we try to do, you know? So, yes. So, same time next week. More late night kindness. Maybe sometime in between, we'll see. Maybe I will buy it for Hana Pengu, and then she'll be able to enjoy it as well. But the trick is not to get overwhelmed. It's very easy to lose hours on end playing this game and trying to be nice to people. Oh, y'all are too nice. Okay. All right, so I am actually going to close it down now. Thank you very much. Have a great night, and be kind to each other.